Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den. Now today we're going to take a look at Silkroad Online, and this is a historical free-to-play 3D fantasy MMO. I say historical and fantasy because it's got fantasy roots, but it also has roots in history, basing its structure on the Silk Road trade line between Europe and China. So let's go ahead and create a character, and as you can see here, you can create a character from one of, they call it, I mean, it's kind of like factions, but essentially it's, you know, real world ethnic groups between the Europeans and the Chinese. We're going to go ahead and we'll create a character on the Chinese side. Real quick, I want to just run through this, and I'm going to go through and show you also on the European side also. So once you create a character, you don't actually pick a class. You choose a starting weapon type, and you can see right there you got a bunch of different ones, and then basically starting clothing type, and then, you know, male and female, you essentially choose a figure type, and it's kind of cool. You can, these each have their own background. You can read over here each of those, and the females and males have different ones, so it's kind of cool. So let's go back and take a look real quick at the European side, because they have a completely different structure. And even also when you get deeper into the game, let's go ahead and select that. Once you get deeper into the game, the way you actually pick your class is you essentially train in skills inside of a different skill sets. So you can see right here, you got the different weapons for the European side, and then you got the different clothing. Not a lot of options there. And then on, like I said, on the male and female side, you got different figures, and you can see right there, I mean, you got everything from these Barkin, which are like kind of gothic barbarians, to even where was it? Let's see here. Where is this? There's like a werewolf guy or something like that. Let's see. There he is. So kind of like a werewolf guy called the Valks. So kind of interesting. You know what? Let's go ahead and see what they have on the female side. So you can see it's completely different on the female side, whereas you got the Medea, and then you've got a bunch of different types over here too. Let's go ahead and pick that one. So it's almost like a succubus type character. Let's go ahead and name her. Unique check, valid ID. And you can go ahead and you can adjust height and volume, which is kind of funny. You do volume and it doesn't really do too much. It does a little bit, but not too much. We're going to go ahead and give her a pretty cool weapon. Let's go with, not the dual axes. You know, let's go with the two-handed sword, and let's put her in, you know, let's put her in that outfit right there. So let's go ahead and confirm, create the character, and get started. So essentially you jump in, and like I was saying, you don't create your you don't pick a class or anything like that. Once you get into the game, you actually earn and actually I hit create instead of start. Let's try this again, see if we can not fuck it up. So there we go. Let's pick her and start. So like I was saying, once you get into the game, you actually have the ability to go into your skills, and through your skills you kind of adjust what class you want to play. Now, as you can see, they're up to Legend 8, and these are the different updates that the game does. Kind of cool that you can see that they're at Legend 8. Obviously shows that the game is updated all the time. You can see there's a guy running right by real quick, and actually a bunch of different characters running by on their mounts. You can see the game does a good system with the guide system here, and it tells you, okay, go to meet so-and-so in front of the north gate of Constantinople, or Raffi in the west gate of Constantinople. Well, let's see exactly where we are. Let's pull the map up, and it looks like we are pretty much right by the west gate anyways, so somebody's going to be right around here, and there Raffi is, and I can go ahead and click on that NPC, run right over. You can see they're showing me the map right there and exactly the different icons and what they mean. They'll do a lot of this kind of walkthrough stuff as the game is going on. So let's talk to this person. Basic movement tutorial. Now with your movement, you can't actually move around with WASD. That actually brings up different, those are hotkeys for different things. You can see right there, please use the guide teleport. So we're going to go talk to that person real quick. Guide rise. So we're going to go ahead and cruise in here to the center of town and go talk to, and you can see the different, actually we can go back here and talk to Raffi and teleport over to that other character. So he wants us to go talk to Guide Rise in the center of town, so let's do that, and we're going to go ahead and select a teleport area, and I'm going to say that that is the, it doesn't really tell us. It did tell us in the quest, but we're going to go ahead and guess and jump around a little bit. So We actually ended up at the wrong one. So let's see, can we talk to this person? Basic movement tutorial. Nope, they want us to go and talk to that person in the middle. So we're going to have to go ahead and teleport again to Pagea Door. So it doesn't take you too long. It's kind of nice that they allow you to move around like this. And I actually screwed it up again. I'm doing just a great job. So Atlas statue, let's try this. There we go. So now we're at this person that we need to turn this quest into. Let's turn that in. Basic movement tutorial, receive reward, and there we go. We are now level 2. And every time you level, so that's kind of giving us the guide to show us all these different things and what they mean. But every time you level, you can either click on this or you can, hit C and bring it up. You do get 3 stat points. So we're going to go ahead and assign those all into strength. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe we've got to go ahead and accept this first. So there we go. So go and purchase a hit point recovery herb from the nun. So, all right. And it shows us kind of how to buy and sell. So let's close that out. Let's assign these points. And there we go. And you can see as I assign into strength, you only have 2 stats, which is kind of interesting. Most games have a bunch more that increase my hit points. But let's go ahead and bring up the skills. So as you can see here, you can pick kind of a couple of different paths to follow. So melee, caster, or a buffer. And under each one of these, you've got 2 different things. So under the melee, you've got the warrior and the rogue. Under the caster, you've got the wizard or the warlock, and under the buffer, you've got the bard or the cleric. So it's kind of cool, and then each of these have their own different skills. And now, depending upon which way you want to go, you can see like right here, I can't use some of these skills until I actually reach a certain like warrior level. So since I'm using a 2-handed sword, let's see, 2-handed lord. So that skill is with warrior level 4 and requires 2 skill points. So I actually have to level up my warrior level. So I want to level up 1 time, and now I'm warrior level 1. So you basically have to go through and you pick which ones of these you want to do. And you can actually, you can go through and none of these require any skill points. So you can actually level up all of these to level 1 without having to spend any skill points. But as it goes on and you start to level up, you will have to use actual skill points. So you're going to have to kind of pick and choose which direction you want to head as far as these things are concerned. So we need to head over to the nun. Let's see where the nun is. So the nun is at the drugstore, which is kind of funny. So straight ahead. Now what's really interesting with this is there is no WASD move, so you do have to click around. It kind of gets to be a little bit interesting, and I can see some PvP things getting a little bit tough, but I'm guessing that it's not too big of a deal, as you can see there's tons of people playing the game, and they're not all bent out of shape about it. So we're going to go ahead and pick up this apprentice hall support. So okay, and then we need to go ahead and we want to purchase this right there. So let's go ahead and drag and drop that into our inventory, and then we can go ahead and pick it. Let's go ahead and pick up 10 of these because we'll probably use them when we get outside and start getting beat on anyways. So there we go. We picked that up. Now we can use Q to bring up our quest list, and you can see right here you can either bring up the map, which on some of these it'll show you where the different monsters are and stuff like that on the map. None of these have those. We're going to go ahead and basically we need to go ahead and buy this from the nun and turn it into the grocery trader. So the grocery trader is probably pretty close by, and it's kind of funny because they are not named the same as they are in the text. So the drugstore is where we picked that up, and I think the grocery trader is actually over here. And let's see if it is. Nope, that's the inn master. The grocery trader is actually over here. So the grocery trader is at the grocery shop. So for the one time that I actually thought I was going to be slick and tell you guys how it wasn't named properly, this one is actually named properly for once. So let's go ahead and head over here, talk to this person, turn in our little quest right there, and we leveled up again. It's a nice thing about the tutorial. I know in the past the tutorial wasn't as good as it is now, and so they really did a good job of revamping that. So we've turned all of those in, and basically we need to go ahead and equip the sage copper necklace. Where's that? So there we go. So there's the copper necklace. We can go ahead and just, for some reason it's not wanting to do anything. So let's see here. Why is this? There we go. So we can go ahead and just drag and drop that onto our character, and we have gone through the equipment tutorial. So equip that and go talk to that guide. So we actually need to go talk to that person to teleport us off again into a different area. But you can see there's tons of people running around with different buffs and things like that. You've got the arena manager that's part of the PvP, and the PvP is a really cool system. Essentially, once you reach level 20, you can pick to be a trader, a hunter, or a thief. And when you go through the different PvP areas, basically the trader will pick up and buy and sell different goods and things like that, and then you'll be trading them between different areas. And as you're trading them between the different areas, you want to obviously buy low and sell high type of thing, very similar to any trading. But you'll hire hunters to protect you, because the thieves will essentially be laying in wait, because they'll want to take you out and get your goods, and then they'll be able to turn them into their thieves' den and get a lot of extra bonuses for doing that type of stuff. So it's kind of a cool little system as far as the PvP is concerned. And then obviously you saw that there's the arena manager and stuff like that. So we got a new quest. Finally, we're going to head outside and start killing some stuff. So you can find the hunting ground by the gate to Pangea. So let's go ahead and hit OK. Let's talk to that person and teleport over to Pangea door. So, like I said, it's kind of nice to be able to just teleport around like that. And then we can bring that quest up. You can see right there we need to kill 20 of these. We could bring up the map, and it's showing you right there. This whole yellow area is all where these monsters are that we need to take out. So let's head outside and start showing off our battle prowess. So you can see right here you get some basic auto attacks and stuff like that. We don't have any skills yet, so we can't really assign anything because we don't have any skill points. We got to go out and start grinding a little bit. And that's one thing that I can tell you is the game does have that kind of grindy feel to it a little bit, because you do have to take and grind a little bit once you get outside. I mean, you know, we've got to go outside right now and kill 20 of these things. So let's see if we can find a few of them. And you can see there's some red dots on the mini map, so we're pretty much finding them right out of the gate. So these are kind of some interesting little, it almost looks like some little woodland creatures or whatever. It's kind of nice though. You just go ahead and hit your little 2 key, and you're able to pick up the items that are dropped by these guys. So we're just going to run around, keep taking these guys out, and it is kind of nice. You know, once you get some skills, you can take these things out pretty quick. And as you take and you grind away, you're going to see up here I've got 5 little kind of circles next to my little avatar, or my little character icon, so to say. Those are going to fill up as I take and start taking these monsters out. And what's going to happen is I'm going to have access to kind of a berserker rage type setting, and I can take and I can activate that just by hitting tab. And essentially I'll kind of be like possessed by a demon, so to say. And then once that happens, I'm able to take and really start you know, doing it increases all your stats, increases your damage, all of that stuff. So it's kind of a great way that, you know, kind of save that up, and then once you're going to go into an area where you've maybe got higher monsters or things like that, then you can take and you can really start using that to take out a lot of things really quickly. It also comes in handy because it'll you know, when you take out a lot of those monsters really quick like that, you're able to take and really get skill points really fast. So then you can take and level up your skills a lot more quickly, things of that nature. Also, when you die in the game, you do lose experience, so you can kind of take a little step backwards. So it's kind of nice when you're able to power that berserker rage up a little bit, and then use that to quickly get your get your experience back, or really level your guy up much faster. So let's take out this big guy, and so we're halfway there. And there we go. So we earned our first skill point. So it's showing you the skill point guide. So we can go into here and let's see if we can find a skill that's going to be based around my two-handed sword. So two-handed lord. So unfortunately it requires warrior level 4. So we're not there yet. So we're going to go ahead and level that up. And there we go. So we leveled up to 2. So we're gonna have to grind away a little bit and keep getting these skill points. So like I said, it is a little bit grindy as far as that stuff is concerned, because you do have to grind to get the skill points. You don't get the skill points when you take and turn in quests or things like that. So we've got 12. We need to get 8 more of these guys. Right now we're just running around. You've got these different icons here too, and you can see quest info. And you've got different, these will pop up and show you different characters or different NPCs that'll have quests for you. So it's kind of nice to be able to use that every time you level up. You go ahead and take a look at that. So we want to go ahead and talk to the nun. It's kind of cool because we were already there talking to her before, so we know exactly where she's at. So like I said, the game has done a much better job as far as moving you around and showing you things as far as the tutorial is concerned. We can also click on this, and this is the Guardian matching system. So this will essentially show us exactly other players out there that are willing to apprentice us. So we can go ahead and hit on this guy, and we can go ahead and join. And you can see right there, it's actually no academy information has been registered. So let's see, let's try this one. So let's go ahead and join that one. And so registration in progress. And you can see he's got 5 of 8 members. So he actually canceled that, so I didn't get into that one. And he's reached the maximum number of members. So let's see if we can get into one of these other ones. No PLV, come tax free. So, and there are bonuses to having, you know, a guy, you know, kind of this Guardian and Apprentice systems, you know, set up. Once you do get into, and the game also pushes you there. I mean, as you can see, very early on, you get a quest that actually pushes you to try and find an actual Guardian and then Apprentice underneath them. So it doesn't look like we're going to be able to get into one of these at all. So that's going to time out also. So let's just move on and start killing these guys real quick, see if we can finish up this quest, and maybe even get one more skill point that we can assign. But you can see right there, the skill points move up pretty quick, and it doesn't take long to take these guys out too, especially with the two-handed sword. Some of the other weapons are a little bit more time consuming as far as being able to take guys down, but I found with this two-handed sword you're able to take the guys out really quick. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other basics here. You do have this party guide, so you can take and you can find parties really quick and be able to run around and venture together, complete different quests together, stuff like that. So there we go. We've advanced to level 4. Let's go ahead and close this out, and you can see right there it shows the you know, the guide. The guide does a really good job of showing you all of these different things. And really giving you the opportunity to use the guide to figure out anything in case if at any time you feel kind of lost. So let's go ahead and bring this up and assign our attributes here so we're a little bit stronger. Take this guy out maybe even with one hit. Nope, not so much. But I think we completed our quest. And you can see right there we leveled up, so we've got several different quests we can pick up. And I believe we completed that, so we killed all 20 of those. So we can head back into town, turn our quests in. Graphically, the game is a bit dated. So, I mean, that's sometimes a good thing, sometimes a bad thing. I look at it as a good thing because you just have, you know, you have a broader base as far as the number of players that can actually play the game. And the game has a lot of depth to it, so it'll really draw on a lot of people, and there's a lot of people that have been playing the game for a long time. So, you know, sometimes having a little bit dated graphics is not as bad a thing as it could be if the game has got dated graphics and then it has no player base. So this game definitely has a player base, which is always nice. So that's the party matching system. Then you've got your item storage. So let's go ahead and let's talk to this person, and we're going to go ahead and teleport to the Atlas statue, so we're back in the center of town. But like I said, you can see there's just tons and tons of people running around all over the place here. And they do have a trading system where you can take and trade with individuals as far as, you know, different gear. Here's the Berserker system that we were talking about. So basically the next quest that we get from them is, you know, to go into a Berserker mode and stuff like that. Let's look at a few of these other things before we have to go. I brings up your inventory, pretty simple stuff there. U brings up your guild. Y brings up, they do have an alchemy system to where you can enchant equipment and increase the attributes and stuff like that. You do have an auto potion system, so you can set this up, put potions and things like that to heal you in different hot bars or quick slots, and then basically once your hit points are 50%, it'll automatically use it. So kind of a neat system there. Here's your party matching system. There's the quest system. You can get different emotes and actions and stuff like that. Here's the skills. Let's see what else we have here. The guide comes up with H, and then you've got your academy, which that allows you to find either a guide or an apprentice type of situation. Your basic map and stuff like that. You can see the entire map the area, and you can see, you know, there's the Jupiter Temple, stuff like that. So it's kind of cool. And then the game does have a very high level limit, so I mean it takes a while to get all the way up there, and will actually cause your character to sit down and kind of rest. And then C brings up your character info, so you can go ahead and increase your stats and see things like that. But I am out of time. I hope you guys enjoyed today's trip inside the den. Don't forget to subscribe and keep yourself updated as each new episode is released. And if you'd like to play or learn more about Silkroad Online, you can read our full review at MMOden.com or just click the link in the description. Till next time, thanks for watching.